Yeah.
Hi, everyone.
Hey there.
We've got Jeff, we've got Chubby Hubby, we've got Brian. Okay, so if the time stamp on the live is the least of this round's struggles, we'll be doing great. Sorry
Um,
about the weird timestamp there. I tried to fix it.
in
Yeah,
11, no,
we're
in 11
yeah,
seconds.
we're in the future now, aren't we? See what I did there?
Welcome to the time travel special.
Yes, where we look at exciting rocks. And you guys, before we really get going, I always like to start on something feel good. I have an announcement. It's Rufo's anniversary today. So we've got to just hammer the like button and fill the chats with love. And what is it, 13 years together? Yeah, congratulations, you guys.
Thank you. Yeah, 13 years. We'll be celebrating when she's off work tonight.
Awesome.
Go out to a nice dinner
Awesome.
stuff. I'm gonna go cut all my hair off after this stream. So this is the last day I'll have these little curly, fluffy, yeah, this little mess going on.
There's nothing wrong with your mess, but it's always nice. Like I always like my guy to be a little bit scruffy, but when he shaves, I'm like, it's just that change, that's like, hey there. So yeah,
She
you
hates.
guys clean up and you guys go out and hit the town and cut a rug and yeah, happy anniversary from Chubby Hubby.
Thank you all. But yeah, so let's talk some rocks, have some coffee, and I busted my thumb this morning, kind of. I've got an ice wrap going on here, but like it's kind of fun. It's getting all swollen still, but like it's hard to move my
Ooh.
thumb. Like just moving it, that part I can move, but the whole bottom part doesn't want to move, and I smashed all down in here, and I think something down in here might mildly be fractured. I'm not sure, but it hurts like crazy. I did it right as you were messaging me. I was running back and forth across the house getting ready, and you're like 20 minutes to go live. I was like, sweet. Ran into the other room, and then I swung around and like basically punched my little doorknob, but it's like those thin handle doorknobs.
Mm-hmm.
And the thin
Mm-hmm.
end of the handle went right up in between the tendons and right up into the bone, and it smashed hard. But yeah,
Yeah.
the swelling's
Yeah.
actually gone down since I put ice on it, so I think we're good.
And did you take some Tylenol or something?
Nah,
Oh well.
I do when it's bad enough, or if the swelling wouldn't have gone down, but
Yeah. Yeah.
I avoid excess Tylenol and Advils. I'll take it, but I avoid excess of
I
all
do
those.
too, but I have to really need it.
Yeah, I got scared off because I think I was given Advil and Tylenol for everything as a kid, and then
Mm-hmm.
it gave me like stomach ulcers.
Spot says, "What did I miss? It is Rufo's 13th wedding anniversary this evening." Yeah. 13
Yeah,
years we've had together.
got a cup of coffee. We got a cup of coffee, not coffee.
Oh
Rock.
my goodness, look at that. That is a bundle of joy, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a few of the ones that are yet to be started. Actually, there's one or two in there that are kind of started, like this little dendritic
Ooh,
opal agate. That one's
I like
gorgeous. But
that.
let's flip the camera around, maybe.
Yes, for sure.
But yeah, I've been working a bunch of cabs. I haven't put out videos in a couple weeks, I know, but
Yeah, it's
I've
good to see
been sitting
you.
here. I've worked about 36 cabs in the last few days.
Tubby
Um,
Hubby says, "Cab cup," and I dare anyone to try to say that 10 times in a row, real fast.
cab cup, cab cup, cab cup. I forgot. I was like, ow! I
Ooh.
picked it up and like tried to use my thumb. It hurts a little bit, but it works. So it's not
Morning,
broken.
Carol.
Yeah, we got this beautiful dendritic opal stuff in here. Oh, hold on. Let's turn this light up a little more. I'm gonna keep forgetting to not use my thumb. So used to using my thumb for everything.
Mm-hmm. Those are beautiful. Holy moly.
I think that's the Riviera Plume, or one of those. I've got a few of those. That's a piece for Jeff. That's his Norina Cross.
That's cool.
Some pet wood I got from Utah. I did a few of those already. And then, oh man, that opal. The
That's
dendritic stuff
cool.
looks nice. Unfortunately, for the higher polish, I have to do it all by Dremel because it's so pitted. I don't want to ruin my wheels.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
But yeah, been working a whole bunch. Here's some Larimar.
Ooh, that's pretty.
It's hard to get the polish on the Larimar.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a pain. It's really soft.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it ranges. The piece can have parts of it that are a 4 and parts of it that are a 7. So it can have a high range on a piece of Larimar. I like the longer bangs. Hope you don't get cut too short.
I was just reading that.
The bangs are one of the parts I leave kind of longer. If you look at my older videos, it's like I'm not going to go crazy short. I'm not going to get a buzz cut or anything. Oh, this one.
Oh
This
wow,
one's
look
going
at
to look
that.
great. That's some really nice pet wood. And that's only at like the 600, believe it or not.
No
Look at the
kidding.
polish on it. At like a 600, it's like almost done.
Yeah, that's really pretty. The band on that just man pops right in that
Yeah.
position on that cab.
All of these are only at a 600. Yeah. So that's what I've been working on. There's those ones. I can show some others later that I finished. Did some fire obsidian. I'm working on a gold sheen and a fire obsidian that Kyle gave me. They need to be repolished, but yeah. What have you been working on? You had some cuts to show, I think.
Holy cow, do I have some cuts to show? I have no idea what this is, but I picked what I thought was an ugly duckling out of that rocks that I got at Sherman's on New Year's.
Mm-hmm.
And so the outside of it to me was just like, meh. I mean, I could see some little chunks of stuff in there, but it mostly just looked like maybe a chert with some coral fossils or something stuck in it.
Mm.
And I know that sometimes those ugly ducklings can really be winners, but I did not expect this one to be near as fancy as it is inside. So I'm
Yeah.
going to do the same thing. I'm going to turn everybody around and see if we can get us a focus on some of this here.
And yes, I did fix my wax problem by using new wax. All the old wax I've still got sitting on the side. I haven't added shellac to it or anything, but I found my new wax. It was just hiding in the wrong drawer.
Bring some light down here for you guys if I can.
Oh, now you're blue. Look at you
Yep.
having a wrench and all that.
So the first piece that I cut on that,
Ooh,
like I say, it just absolutely surprised me. Let me get those out of the way.
that's weird.
Still not having the best of light. Let me try the old Big Larry here.
Yeah, crank that light up.
I'm gonna hit it.
I got
Oops.
my I got my blinders here.
There it goes.
Oh wow. Yeah, you
Focus.
should. That's the one you sent me the
Okay.
picture of, right?
Yes, it is. Focus. I guess we get it way out there. Can I zoom when we're paired?
Yeah.
Look at that. I can.
One day they'll let us have better control. We'll figure out OBS. I'm gonna test it later today after run all my errands, do all my stuff.
Yes.
I'm gonna figure out the OBS live thing. So, and on OBS, it lets you turn on your macro if you have a macro lens on your phone and everything. You can use any of the 3 lenses, full control.
Oh,
So,
I can't get it to focus. Is that better for everyone? It's still really far away, but
so
focusing.
yeah, Spot. I can talk more on the Larimar later, so I don't
Oh,
cut over Allison. But it depends what you look up. But parts of it range from 4 to 7, depending on how
I wonder
dense
like
and what
if you
color it
can get
is.
in there. So come all the way back out, and I just shove it in there. No, what a bummer.
Hmm. She's using OBS, I believe, as well, Brian. I'm pretty sure Karen uses OBS.
There, that's not terrible. The light could be better. So this bit is porous.
Right? That looks like a bone, like a slice of bone stuck in a
It it
conglomerate.
really kind of does, doesn't it? And there are other pieces that kind of look like bone. Here's the other side of it. And it almost makes me wonder, are we looking at a big coprolite?
With just solid bone in it. Someone ate a big old T-bone steak. Whole. That's crazy.
I
Maybe
mean,
you should send a little piece of it off to Karen, a slice of it to her to see. She's got her fancy new microscope. Maybe she'll take a look at that.
it's an
See
excellent
if it looks like
idea.
bone under the microscope.
Or does it look like a coral fossil bisected or something like that? Here's another piece, and this one went all the way through. We've got a little peek hole. Let's see, I'm going to turn it over. We got a little tiny peek hole right there. And again, that like porousy chunk.
Yeah. Spot. That happens to me sometimes too. I usually just restart my YouTube app when that happens. Sometimes it fixes it.
Coming back out a little further, and there we go. Isn't that bizarre?
Yeah. Now you're making me. I'm gonna pull out some dino bone just cause. Because I got it sitting right here and I was just looking at it before we went live. Stuck to my hand. Look,
That's awesome.
there's the dino bone. No tricks, just sweaty palms.
The wetter, the better. Oh, your bones are beautiful. Yeah, I just have no idea what to make of this.
Poor guy broke while I was polishing a teardrop. Kind of. I was
Oh,
gonna make a pendant out of it, and I broke.
I'm all busy looking at yours. I can't even focus on mine. That's a bummer.
Yeah, this is one my brother found. I think it had some UV. Let's see.
Ooh, I haven't done that with this yet.
Oh, I keep hurting my thumb so much.
So much.
Everything I do hurts my thumb. It might have a little baby fracture. Like, it hurts to hold my UV light right now. Oh well. 'Tis life.
That's cool.
Yeah. I'll have to find my other bigger piece, but it's actually sitting somewhere right around here. Yeah, get your UV on yours. Let's see. See what kind of glow that has.
You might have to go shut the other light out too.
Ooh, is that some willemite?
Let
Hey, I
me
just found a chunk of willemite.
let me shut some lights out.
Look at those beautiful willemite crystals.
I didn't even have to go shut the curtains. They're already shut because ooh, that's beautiful. Because it's like one
Oh my
degree
gosh.
outside here.
Rocky Mountain Bear, can't believe you broke a bone. Maybe even two. Lol. Messed up thumb. You know, I have fractured a lot of bones in my life, even fractured a few ribs. That was the worst of it. Well, ribs and skull. Fractured my skull, fractured some ribs, fractured my jaw, but never broke, outright broke any bones. I get lucky and I just get fractures.
I
Lots
like
of.
the I like the purple in the bottom of that. That's cool.
Yeah, Spot. I think you might also be lagging, Spot. Unless you took a minute to respond to me, maybe. Wonder if Spot's lagging behind a little. Y'all make sure you check that you're live wherever it is on your screen. So do you think Did you ever look at it closer and, like, do any hardness tests and see if any of that's, like, jaspery, sandstone, or what?
I have not.
Hmm.
Maybe I should send a piece to you and you can do some hardness tests.
Oh, you know how to do it. Be a good video. I think you should send a little piece to Karen to see if she I know she's busy, but maybe she'll have time to look at it under the microscope. I just
Me
wanna see
too.
everything under her new microscope. I'm like,
I do
sh
too. I
she
do
got that,
too.
and I'm like, "Oh, what do I have to send her now? I've still got this little box to send her. What can I add to it?" Like microfossils, and I just put a
Right?
little microfossil in it yesterday.
Here comes everything to
Oh,
Karen.
I should put a piece of dino bone. Maybe I'll give her.
All right, I'm gonna swing you guys around too really quick. It's pretty dark over here now because we got all the lights shut off, but there is what's still in the saw. It's ready, lined up and ready to take another chunk off.
Nice. Jeff,
That's a weird one.
I was showing the piece of dino bone that I broke when I was in Utah, one that my brother found that I was polishing. But then we were also making jokes because I may or may not have fractured or broke something in here. And then you missed. I was showing all the cabs. Allison was just showing those slabs that she was doing of that weird mystery
Oh,
stone that may or may
yeah,
not be
Jeff was
bone.
telling me to get after cutting the Sherman rocks too, and I told him I'm already on it. Well, there you go.
Yeah, and then
Seriously, got right after it, even
you
though
missed
I'm dying to death of the flu.
you missed my little cup of rocks. I haven't stabilized this yet, Jeff, but I've got today and tomorrow off. Today's our anniversary, but I think tomorrow I'm gonna attempt to stabilize the crack in this because it's got a crack going all the way up through that. Look at that. See it? Totally see that crack. I'm worried it goes all the way down. But yeah. Anyway. Ooh. Let me
On
actually Oh wait, my sound went away. I can't hear you. Say something?
I was just laughing at Bear's unedible arrangements. They,
Unedible.
they do. They look like the candy bouquets and the fruit bouquets that were like such a big hit back when we were
hmm
kids. You know, when you
Yeah.
still called 1-800 flowers or whatever to get your flowers.
Yeah.
Yeah, get a candy bouquet. That's the kind of bouquet I'd sure like to have is a big cab bouquet.
Right. So I was finally redoing my closet. I
Maybe
have
that's an idea.
all my rock stuff there, but I went and got a big new shelf. So this is my new rock shelf, and
Mm.
it's going to be just covered in rocks. Here's all the cabs I just finished.
Right on. I can't help but look at your giant trilobite too.
Oh yeah, the 3D printed guy.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, he wiggles. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Ah,
I've got a dragon, two dragons as well that Gene made.
I love that. That's great.
Yeah, those are some of the other cabs I just finished. Ooh, this one.
Awesome.
That's some of the Utah petrified wood.
Yeah, that's nice.
Um, let's see. I got to switch hands because I can't pick it up with my other hand right now. Messed up thumb. 14-inch calcite tower, 5.5 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah, that thing's gnarly.
Jeff says,
Oh.
"Oh yeah, the trilobite's cool."
But yeah, lots of slabs I'm working on. But yeah, just been cleaning my closet. That's my little project right now.
I
I know a
love
few
that.
people here too wanted some of these pans, but y'all got to remind me because I forget who wanted them. I got a whole bunch of those 3D printed pans now. Oh, I didn't ship this one to Jeff. I'm sorry, Jeff. I know you're here. That's what I forgot to send you. Is that pan? I'm sorry. I still don't think he has any pay dirt yet to pan, but I told him I'd
Next
send him that
box.
one.
Next box. I am due to turn the rocks over too, so let me go grab the tumbler barrels and some water, and we'll rinse and look at those. Um, I switched them once between the start and now, so I've had a quick little peek. I didn't individually wash all the grits off of them like I usually do and look at them because I was dying to death with the flu. And so I just rinsed them really quick, put them back in the tumbler with some dish soap and some borax, and ran them for a couple hours like that, dumped them out, rinsed them again, and put them all back in there. So I got a peek at a few things in there that I know is turning out really good, but a few things is still a mystery. So we'll
Yeah.
kind of flip through them in kind of that same fashion here, real quick together. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Okay. And we'll play with
Oh,
some
yeah.
stones then. Maybe I'll try and polish something with my busted up thumb. So this is one of the obsidians I'm working on right now. Got that flash hidden in there. A little bit of that sheen. Where are you at? Yeah. There's 3 of them I'm working of the obsidians. But this is only at like a 600 right now. It's getting a good polish. This one's like an eyeball. Doesn't want to show the flash very well. Anyway, maybe I'll, while we wait for Allison. Oh, I don't have water in there. Dang it. Womp womp. Okay, I need to grab some water. Because apparently, I didn't think to fill up before actually going live with Allison. I was like, maybe I'll polish some rocks.
I got some water.
Oh, hey, can you pour some of that in here for me?
I wish I could. Wouldn't that be great? Through the magic of the internet, we could make it look like it happened,
All right, I'll be right back.
yeah. I'll hang with everybody really quick while Rufo grabs some water. All I have right now is water. I got to still go get the barrels, but I'll hang with everybody.
Oh, my water's frigid. It's got to warm up for a second. Oh, I haven't checked chat for a minute.
Hey, Wyo, how are you?
Hello, hello. Uh, wait.
Angie's here too. Hey, Angie. Everybody's here.
Oh, Rocky Mountain. Sorry, I had a dream similar to that. I hate teeth dreams, but I had a dream that I had to go in for like emergency tooth surgery the other day. That's a trip. I'm sorry, she had to actually do it for reals.
Yeah, that's no fun.
Welcome in, Wyoming, and Angie.
Okay, I'm
I
gonna
thought
run
I
and
saw
get
someone else. Okay. No, I thought I saw someone else join. I'm tripping. Oh, Carol. I hadn't seen. I think I saw Carol on the first stream, but didn't on this one. Making your first arrowhead? Oh, that's so awesome. I've thought about napping time and time again. Let's flip this around. Short story time. When I was in Idaho at the Idaho Gem Club, the Boise Gem Club I was in, they did a special thing with Emery Kuntz. He is if you look him up, it's Koontz, I think. This is the last name. He is like a master napper. Honestly, if you just go to YouTube and look up master obsidian napping, flint napping, whatever, he will come up. And he was teaching some classes at my club. My president was, I guess, friends with him and knew him. And I got to meet him one day. We went out to a property and went digging up a bunch of rocks and stuff. And he was just sitting there napping away the whole day. But that was, I don't know. I back then thought about making my own arrowheads and all that kind of stuff. But I got too much going on. I don't have time to learn napping on top of everything else. I'm still trying to get into faceting. All right, back to here. Hey, Karen made it in. All right, be right back. My water's warmed up. I got to go grab it.
Who's making arrowheads? And Karen, yeah, Karen feels her pain. And good morning, Karen. Yeah.
And today's little friendly tip, lapidary tip, if you're new to polishing with like a flat lap or something, the little water reservoirs they come with, they have one huge flaw, and that is the open top. Find a lid that fits it. I got this to-go container lid that fits it. Oh, gosh, I tried to click it down with my thumb, and that hurt. Other hand, left hand. Anyway, find a lid that fits because on the big grinding wheels, like the 16 180 grit, pieces will fly up into your water, and then those pieces can come down later on other wheels and cause issues and contamination. So make sure your water source is never contaminated by your debris. Lapidary tip of the day.
I'm kind of surprised. Mine's not too bad. And it sits open to all the dust and everything that's in the house. I try to keep these rinsed out in between. I'm not so good at keeping underneath the pad clean,
Yeah,
but the
and that
cups,
doesn't matter
I
as
try to
much.
keep the cups clean.
I
Yeah, but
mean,
it gets so super gross under there.
yeah,
That
look at
one,
my dump. The dump cup gets like.
my dump cup doesn't look bad either. I try, like I say, I try to keep these pretty rinsed out, but underneath the black tray, ho ho ho. That's
I clean
another
that
story.
every every
I've
once in a
seen you
while.
clean yours on video, and I've done the same thing. I can't get the lid off this tumbler, but yeah, that's a chore because I let that get out of control.
I'm gonna embarrass myself. Let's see how bad it is.
Yeah.
We're gonna go right in.
Yep. It's just like mine.
But to be fair, I just did 32 cabs this week.
True.
Man, whew, I'm gonna be having issues all day with the thumb.
I'm sorry about your thumb, man.
I'm just laughing about it. Y'all can laugh about it too. I'm just gonna have to be more left-handed, which is okay because I'm kind of ambidextrous.
It's really, really cold upstairs, and just getting colder out here. I wonder if I shouldn't leave the door open on the attic. Maybe even just leave the light on would be enough extra. I don't want my barrels to freeze.
And yes, like Karen mentions, contamination can come from that hood. See right there?
Oh, Karen.
That right there can be pretty bad. If your stone bumps up against the edges and stuff, you're contaminating. I do try and wipe that one off a lot, but
She's
yesterday I
right
did
though.
a ton of cabs without cleaning my machine.
She's 100% right though, isn't she? And I
Yup.
can see it once you put a camera at that angle and point it out.
Yup. I
That's
need a new. This guy
oh,
likes to drop down and touch the pad, which also can cause contamination when stuff gets on this guy.
I put glass in here, guys. And there's one right on top.
I'm gonna mute and turn this on.
Awesome. I'm just rinsing the tumbler barrel real quick here, and just of course all this stuff I rinse out of here I just dump right onto the rocks. Okay, we'll come back and give that a good cleaning before we put rocks in it again. Okay, let's see what we got. That is cool. Did he say is that obsidian? It's gotta be, right?
Yeah, this is one of the three that I'm
Good.
working on of obsidians right now. Since they're only at a 600, it doesn't show through so well unless they're wet.
Mm-hmm.
But Here's the other ones.
That's cool. Those are beautiful.
Yeah. I started these ones like a year ago. They've just been sitting in my closet unfinished.
I have a few of those.
Yeah, so some people may recognize these obsidians. They're the ones that, when my wheels got contaminated, I threw them in the closet and gave up on them, and now I came back to finish them. Oh, my wheel is bouncy. Why has it started being bouncy? I don't know if I got it on straight. I just noticed it's kind of like.
I see it there.
Ow.
Mhm. That darn thumb, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Wonder if putting this back on things would be helpful.
Mm. Yeah, that's right. This is a reused disc. That's why it's feeling a little unbalanced. There's something stuck on the bottom of it. Because I took another pad off of this one and didn't clean it off enough, so it's not sitting level. And they put a new arbor on here when they sent me my machine back. This new arbor is bigger than the other one. It's thicker. It's got a thicker base too. Thick boy.
All right. Sorry about the yellow background. That just happens to be the color of the towel I grabbed today. See if I can
Mm.
prop this up with a little rock. Awesome. Look at some of the pretty stuff that's in here. Why does it focus until I touch it?
There's a bunch of sticker gum residue on here, bumping it up. I'll have to get like acetone and clean the back of this pad off, I think. Oops.
There's a piece of glass. Boy, I better maybe stop and just hand polish that the rest of the
Right?
winter. It might
Those.
disappear if I do it anymore.
Hmm.
But yeah, I figured why not? Throw some glass in there and see what happens. If there's one more in there, that's probably it. That one chipped, but it's
Hmm.
smooth. What
Not
else is
bad.
in here? Yeah, so far they've got 2 more to go too, so
Oh man. I haven't checked on my tumbler. It's just stopped and sitting for 2 weeks.
that's terrible. Where's the camera on this dang thing? This was one of my favorite rocks when I cut. I made a cab or two out of it too, but it was so hard that I kind of abandoned the last few slices. Not this one, the one before it, but
Hmm.
this is a rock that brother came up and cut. And again, these agates are just so ridiculously hard that you don't even want to do it on your flat lap, especially one
Yeah.
that big. That's almost too big because there's just not enough room to get all of the different angles you need to get it polished.
It's the toughest material. That's what this one is here. This little guy is a piece of Montana Yellowstone agate. The edges are very rough to work with there, but it takes a great polish. Look, that's only at 600.
Mhm. Mhm.
But this piece was, it's hard to see right there. It's got big old cracks and chunks. It was a big natural botryoidal kind of feature right there, and I just left it in the girdle a little bit.
I like that. Yeah. Oops, out of focus there.
But yeah, I had a bunch of chips and pieces, and I was like, maybe I should work some of these. And as soon as I was working this one, I was like, gosh, I do not miss how hard this stuff is to work.
Yep. That's just it too, is he cut a bunch of these little chips and pieces and then, he was all ambitious. We're gonna polish these and they're just as pretty, if not more pretty, coming out of the tumbler. Some of those. This is pretty. This is local stuff. Ooh, I've maybe
Nice.
even sent some of you guys a piece of this. This is that stone I call my favorite rock. And this one's fun under a UV too. That's pretty, brother. That's a brother rock.
Can anyone guess what this is?
Is it a labradorite?
Nope.
Is it a sodalite?
Nope.
Is it a help me out?
Hint. Look at the little flashes. It's got
Hint,
sparkles in
not
it.
helping. Is it a
It's from India.
I have no idea.
It's got blue in the name because it's not normally a blue stone. It's usually green.
Lapis?
I want to see if anyone in the chat will get it
That
before I
was
give
a
it
chat
away.
guess.
It's not pyrite. Those are feldspar flashes. And yes, it's blue aventurine from India.
Oh, cool.
I picked this up at an auction. Got a little slab, couple little slabs of blue aventurine from India at a club auction in New York.
Uh-oh. Careful now. Trying to tip my camera over.
Hey there,
There, I
Tyler.
got zoomed in a little. Blue jade, he guessed. Well, it wasn't a terrible guess, I guess. Oh, they're almost in focus. Look at, there's a little shell fossil right there, like one a little curly shell. Let's
Hmm.
see what's on the other side. I love these little local pieces that are all loaded with the little tiny fossils.
I can see one. I can
A
see a
little
little.
round one
Yeah, I was gonna say that round one right up
right
there.
there.
Yep.
There's a half of one right there. Oh, I wish it
Yeah.
would focus a little better.
Yeah, I see a little half round moon one there. One there. Oh, actually, looks like a couple right there.
Yep.
Hmm.
And this stuff is so hard. Is it a chert or something, right? Probably, but oh my goodness, it's just so loaded with all those little fossils. This would be one that would be fun for Karen to look at. But I've made some jewelry out of that. Here's just a piece of pet wood. I've made some jewelry out of that, and it's really pretty.
Speaking
Here's
of, I'm gonna
a
grab.
local piece that I've made some jewelry out of.
Got a
And this
piece
was
right here that I'm sending Karen. I'll show.
probably destined to be jewelry, and I just petered out on it. Those unfinished cabs that Rufo and I were talking about just a moment ago. That's a cool piece.
So this is one. It doesn't look like much. It broke while trying to make a larger stone. But this one is. I'm not sure what kind of wood, but I want Karen to take a close look at it in the microscope because it's like definitely a wood. It's got like a really tight little wood grain. Oh, doesn't want to focus very well.
Yeah, thanks, Angie. Like I say, I actually have made jewelry out of that material before. This is cool. This is a local material. I just unzoomed. Now I'd like to rezoom.
This is in your box, Karen.
That's really pretty, Rufo.
I just want to know what kind of. It's like a jasperized wood, but I don't know if it's like a little palm wood or what. I had a few pieces of it. I must know. I want to see her put everything under the microscope. I'm just gonna like here, have half my rocks. Look at them under the microscope. I'm kidding.
Have half of them. Getting down to it now. That's a cool agate.
UV. Let's see. I actually don't recall. I look at everything in the UV. Definitely is.
Nice little piece.
Location unknown, Karen. It was another auction piece. I grabbed a lot of stuff at the auction that was just weird stuff.
Okay,
And
cool.
this one looked like it could be a palm wood or something. Or,
This one one more time.
yeah. I don't know. Unknown location though. Auction piece. I bought a lot of weird random things in the auction, as we do, right? Us rock lovers. Is that banding? Wait, just under your thumb, is that banding or a fossil? Oh
Here?
no, back on the other side.
Oh,
Looked
it's
all
banding
straight.
for sure.
That looked really straight right
There
there.
is like a it almost looks like a pencil mark or something on it, but there's no way.
No, but on the opposite side of that mark too, it's like a
Yep, it's
straight
straight.
line.
It's straight there too, yeah.
Wait, is it a crinoid?
I
Crinoid
don't think
segment?
so. I think it's just banding. Is it that cold out?
It's not cold out.
My son said last night I sent him out for an armful of firewood, and he came back in and said, I would rather burn the handle on the axe than to go out and get another load of firewood. And yeah, it's his axe. So there's the first batch.
Brian, I will definitely try and look at your post. No promises, because I'm not great with identifying slabs and locations. I might be able to help, I might not, but I'll definitely look at your post and try. See if I can be of any help.
Yeah, brother, it's supposed to get even colder on Friday and Saturday. It's supposed to be like 40 below.
Bear.
Okay.
Maybe next Christmas, Bear.
What's he missing? What's he needing?
Bear said, yeah, I already talked to Santa myself. Quote, myself. Apparently I wasn't very good, Bear, this year. Well, not good enough to get a cabber on top of everything else. Maybe next Christmas.
Goodness gracious. Yeah. There you go. Goals, Bear. Goals.
Oh, I don't know if I've shown you my new Christmas toy. Okay, so I was given Christmas slash birthdays because our birthdays fall right around in November. I was given like an Amazon gift card, so I bought the mic that I wanted. Got my fancy new microphone for streaming, but then my dad sent me, and I've already played with it a little bit, a camera drone.
Awesome.
It's fun. So I'm looking forward to making some videos where we'll have a little bit of drone footage in them.
That's too cool. Okay, here we go. Next barrel. I'm going to keep those glass pieces out. Like I say, I'm afraid if I tumble them anymore, they'll just disappear, especially this little guy.
Yeah. I don't even know where I put my tumbler. I tucked it away somewhere because we had friends come stay in our guest room, which is where my tumbler was going. So I unplugged it like a couple weeks ago, put it away somewhere, and don't remember where I put it. Newly organized closet.
I don't hate that they have like a frosted look to them right now either. Like they don't have to be shiny to be pretty. They're pretty just like that.
Spot, I will tell you in all honesty, it's not the best brand drone, and not one I would recommend getting. It's dazzling. It's just a generic China knockoff drone, but it works. It does what it needs to do.
Heck yeah.
I may not attach it to this phone because I do get a little weird about how you have to use all these apps and Wi-Fi with my phone. And I'm like, maybe I'll use my extra phone that's wiped clean and use my backup old iPhone. See if that works with it. It says it should. Yeah. San Simeon Beach. Yeah, we've got a bunch of beaches on our list. My next thing is to go meet up with Loki again. I didn't put out any videos of it, but I went down and met up with Art, aka Loki.
Awesome.
And we went down to the beach, drove to a couple little spots. Didn't really take any video. We didn't go rock hounding. It was stormy. It was high tide. Brought to you by Brondo.
Ooh, these are gonna be fun to look at.
It's got electrolytes. It's what plants crave. But what are electrolytes? Plants crave them.
Oh, you guys are being silly.
No, Spot. I used to play with like those little remote control helicopter stuff, but no, it's my first drone. I played with it a little bit. It's fun. I play enough video games. It's intuitive to fly and control a drone. In fact, it's got less controls than I was anticipating. It's pretty basic. I'm a gamer. Give me 50 buttons to push. Oh, the colored jaspers. Hold on. I might have those here.
And here's the other barrel. Hey, Andrew, how are you this morning? Afternoon, morning, afternoon.
Ah, no. I redid my old storage. I don't know where I put them.
I cannot figure out the camera on this thing.
Are those all wet? Those have got to be wet.
They are. I just dumped them out of the tumbler.
Okay. I was like, because that is an insane shine for how not smooth they are. I was like, they're so bumpy, but so shiny.
Right? They've got, like I say, 2 more grits to go still. So, just throw them back in there. That's pretty jasper.
So, I don't know what AZ rock hounding was talking about specifically, Brian, but what I know is there's a lot of places you can't use drones and can't fly them. I doubt that's what they were talking about. I bet for them it was more of by showing the drone footage, they might give too much away on a location, so they want to avoid doing it because high shots with drone footage shows people a lot better how to find your spot and your property. So they might have been trying to avoid that. And, that is the downside of drone footage. It makes it a lot easier to figure out where you are from that higher angle and match it up with Google Maps and such.
That's a crazy piece.
Wow.
Yeah, I like
It
that.
reminds me of the Picasso brecciated stuff with all the lines through it. Reminds me of not quite the same, but similar-ish.
Just a piece of chert or something there. There's a red one.
Karen said, "Is that blue in the tumble up front?"
Yeah, I picked that one up and looked at it already.
Oh, I missed that. Okay.
Yep, that
I
was
was
the
reading all the other.
one. I was worried when I tumbled this one that I'd lose that agate banding, but it's still there.
Yeah, Spot. I've been looking into getting a drone for a while, and that's what I've read many times. I almost went to Walmart and got a $20 one to play with first. But like, I've also followed some like Reddit groups. People always crash their drones. I've seen people crash $1,000 drones. Yeah, it happens.
That one's pretty.
I won't fly mine over the ocean. I might take it to the beach, but I'm not taking it over the water because last safety is the battery to die, and it's like auto landing in water.
It's a cute little rock.
I like the
Little prairie agate.
yeah, I like the color in the top, how it goes kind of white.
I like the kind of orange
Green.
color it gets through it.
Ooh, that side's nice.
Yeah.
This light's bright in my face. There we go. That's what I like.
Look at that.
Look at that. It's like an eyelash.
Right in there. It's cool, isn't it?
Like an closed eye
It
eyelash.
is. It is, yeah.
Mm. Oh man, I've still got marks from my mask on my nose. I was wearing my mask for like 8 hours a day, cutting these cabs.
That's got a little grit grabber in it. I will make sure. I'm going to run these in some more soap water for a minute before I put them onto the next, but I'll double check that that one gets scrubbed with a toothbrush.
Yeah. If you want to look this one up, Spot, it's on Amazon. Dazzlin remote control drone 1811. Yeah, if you look that one up, there's a few versions that are similar and stuff, but like it says HD camera. It doesn't say what kind of HD. we'll see if it's actually like 1080. But I don't know. Does all sorts of little things, gesture controls and whatnot. Could be fun. It will be fun.
Ooh, there's kind of a blue. Blue-gray. We get a lot of
Fun.
blue-gray shirt here.
Caddy Mountain. Yeah. Thunder Bay is on my list.
There's a dark one. There's
Right?
another agate.
My hand's getting swollen again.
That is such a bummer.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I showed this one. Here's.
Ooh, yeah, you did in a video the other day. I want to see this because you just said they'll fit together. You didn't show us. You're such a tease.
Yeah, we'll see how they come out. They're not done yet. They're only at the 600.
Oh my goodness.
But they're like. It's gonna be a pretty red when the polish comes out.
Holy cow. I like the red-white contrast in those too.
Yeah, it's almost heart-like. The thing is I free-handed it. It's not a perfect heart, but
It's hard to make a heart.
right. I was debating trying to wrap it and have like something going down the middle. Maybe even wrap it like a broken heart. I don't know.
That's one of the bigger agates I've ever found out here on the prairie. And boy, it's dark. Let's see.
I think this was also an auction piece. I grabbed a whole bunch of little slablets and stuff from the club auction. I'm pretty sure this red one was also from that. Is any heart perfect? No, right? One side of your heart is bigger, so I mean, I guess that's logical. What's up, rockin' in Kentucky?
Perfect squares and cubes and triangles and things like that are also kind of tricky.
Bear, I have seen those. Yeah. Bear was asking if seen the invisible selfie stick. It allows you to get drone-like footage without a drone. Just can't go
No.
as high as a drone. There's like extendable selfie sticks. It's more about the lens on the camera and the way it kind of warps the bottom part of the lens, and it's like a big fisheye, so it allows it to kind of see around that bottom part with a big enough lens on it and a skinny enough stick.
That's cool. Yeah, that'd be cool for I'm thinking how like because I always am trying to show you guys the teepee rings on all the places where I go, and that's really it's so hard to see on camera, but any kind of an aerial view, you'd be able to see that like a sore thumb, no pun intended, Rufo.
360 GoPro. Yeah, I think that's usually what people use with them. I've seen all sorts of the footage of it, and I've seen the components, the selfie stick thing advertised for sale. That one, ooh, yes, love that little
Me too,
banding flame. Whew.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
Lovely.
hand polished on that for a minute and then just couldn't decide how to finish it. So in the tumbler it went. Let's see, nothing, just kind of, ooh, the fire popped. Some little filler rocks here, just so I have different sizes and things happening. What's
I'm gonna go
that?
grab a new ice pack real quick.
Yeah, for sure. What is that? It's the dark rock. Nice agate, prairie agate. Again, kind of a grit grabby little guy. To make sure that gets good and clean. It's a pretty little piece.
Mm.
Ooh, I like that one a lot.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is too, Bear. I've seen so many different things advertised for it, like, maybe it's the software that helps, not just a lensing effect. Hey, I was just guessing here. Oh, Karen, I running around my house trying to get ready for this live stream, I smashed into this evil doorknob that I've got. So these are what our doorknobs look like in our apartment, and I smashed into it really bad, and the point of it went into my hand there and in between the tendons and smashed something, and it's like all swollen and messed up in there. It hurts.
He's
So yeah,
damaged.
and just breaking things.
Have a
We're
good rest of your
fine.
day,
We're
sweetie. I'll see you tonight. For a
It'll
minute,
be
anyway.
fine in a little while.
Well, I think, is it your night here again, or is it your night at your dad's? I'm not sure. You did? Okay, I'll see you tonight.
Saw a drone feature where the drone followed a target like a dog on a leash and maintained a distance and stopped and hovered. All that was cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
this drone does that spot. So this one says you can set it for all sorts of things. There's a follow me mode, so you can like I watched a bunch of videos of it. I watched all the controls and all the different
Ooh, I like
things.
that one.
It's crazy.
Well, that dude that does the Cerro Gordo Ghost Town or Mine or whatever he does, he always
Mhm.
is riding around on his bike and it follows him.
Yep.
Woo.
Yeah, there's different ones that have different modes. Some of them can track a target and actually track a moving target. Other ones, you're putting the phone or something on it, and it's literally tracking the phone or a device on it. But yeah, the more advanced ones and stuff, they track a target using the camera.
Wow. All right. The kids weren't kidding when they came in and started a fire. Holy cow. Well, there was a fire going, but Trev came in and fed it. Now it's like having a meltdown over there. Holy cow. It was like, it's cold. Yeah, like I say, it's supposed to get really cold up here in the near future. Like I say, like 40 below.
Mm.
That
It's
sucks. I
we just
hate
got
weather
our
like that.
coldest week yet, and it still wasn't quite freezing. Our coldest week yet, and it hit the 40s.
I dislike when it does that up here. I'm like, why do I live here?
Right, Carol, we're tough as rock. I mean, yeah, this is nothing compared to when I've like smashed a thumb with a rock hammer.
For sure, huh? Man, I've definitely injured myself a couple times doing some rock activities like that, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, I've taken chunks of my finger off on my flat lap on the 80 grit before. Yes, the diamond wheels usually won't cut skin, usually, but if you got some tough callous skin around the edges of your fingers, it'll rip that right off.
Yep, and that repeated, and then you've got no fingernails to protect you anymore because they're all ground off. And
40 below? Yeah, no, 40 positive here. I'm in a t-shirt and I could go outside and be like fine here. It's I think probably in the 50s or 60s today. Most days it's about in the 60s here.
yeah, it's like 1 degree, but it feels like with the wind chill, it feels like, I don't know, 10 below or something already right now. So when it gets cold at night, we'll feel it. No matter what we do, we'll feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah, as that's the kind of nights that I don't even sleep in my bed because it's so cold in those back bedrooms. I just build a little couch bed and call it a night out in the living room. And I have to get up and feed the fire every couple hours too, so you might as well just sleep right next to it.
Yeah. Yeah, that works. We try and save on heat by not having the big heater on, and I've got this little tiny space heater. We just plug it in whatever room we're in and have a little tiny space heater going by us.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Try you got to do what you got to do, man, when it gets brutal. Oh,
You
and lucky you. I'd be out rock walking if it were 50 degrees out right now.
Yeah, if I didn't have to go get ready for stuff tonight, I might tomorrow. I was kind of debating having my first Rockhound trip of the year tomorrow or next week. I don't know. I'm trying to get out to the club and join the clubs that are here. I thought their meeting was the first week of the month. It turns out it's the third week of the month, so I've got to wait.
Tomorrow.
And they want you to
Yeah,
join the club before they'll let you go into the lapidary shop they have here. But the lapidary shop's open 3 days a week, so
nice.
yeah, kind of cool. There's going to be a lapidary club here I can go to so often.
That's cool.
Yeah. But yeah, just been working full time now. Kind of picked up enough shifts and been going pretty much full time. so I haven't had as much time for the rock stuff, and but I got my flat lap back. It's working. We're polishing. My 1200 wheel is contaminated again. I need a third new one, fourth new one. I don't even know. My 1200 is the one that gets contaminated the most. So I'm jumping from 600 to 3000 right now, or can use my Dremel with a 1200 step.
Yeah, we pretty much wore out my wheels. Like I say, you get all excited about some of those agates and you're like, I'm going to polish all of them. And you get less than halfway through and your wheels are like, no, nah, you're done.
Yeah. Well, and it was fine, but like I think the problem too is when I'm working 20 cabs at a time and I wash them between every step and everything, but who knows, it could be the smallest thing. It could be that the like Karen said, the hood around it, maybe a little something came loose off the hood, or maybe something was stuck in a little pocket. I've been trying to work cabs that don't have any pits or divots or pockets and stuff, but I mean I did. I started working like this dendritic opal
Hmm.
agate one, and that one's got some big old pits in it that I didn't quite notice at first, but I got deeper into it, it was quite obvious that it had some pits.
Yep, yep, yep.
Each dendrite was just a hole.
And I've polished corals and stuff that are like that. And you've got to just appreciate that that's going to be part of your end product, right? In fact, when you're doing a coral or something, you want to see that texture at a different light. You want to know that that was an organic material at one time.
Yep.
So, and there's somebody who jumped in there. Is that Gary or Jerry? G? Gee?
Gary Gee. Jerry G? Gary Gee. Jerry G?
I'm not sure. It's always so easy to read it and say hello. It's always a little trickier to be the guy who's on the spot pronouncing some of those names. But good morning and afternoon, or it's afternoon, he says, or she says. So,
Ooh, rockin' in Kentucky smashed the tip of my finger off breaking rocks. Ooh, yeah, no.
yep, yep. Can't tell you how many times. Or when you get to smashing rocks with a rock hammer, even and you can hear everything ricocheting off like a little bullet.
Yeah. The last time
And
when I was at Herkimer with Tyler and Greg, one hit me right in the head, and it like actually left a little mark. It
yeah,
caught me.
yeah.
Tyler got me in the eye one day. I don't think we put that on video, but he just like he saw a big big chunky Herkimer sticking out of a rock, and we're all like, "Oh wow, no way!" And he's like, "Yeah, look at this one." And we like got close, and then he just started smashing it with the hammer, and a piece came off and actually went in my eye. I had
My
to go
kid
take
does that
like
to me all the time. I'm like,
I
you're
luckily had
dangerous. You're
right.
dangerous with that thing, man.
I luckily had eye drops with me, but I had to go like dig it out and get eye drops in my eye and like clean it out. And he was just so excited. He's like, "I gotta get it." Yes,
Yeah,
always wear your safety squints.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We did take glasses and wore 'em most of the time when we were breaking into the hard rock at Herkimer, 'cause that stuff, yeah, shoots everywhere, and it's dusty and mm.
Yeah. I forgot I had my safety glasses and my like paper mask up on my head the other day, and I went into the grocery store and everyone was like, "Is there a new contractor in town? What's going on?" And I'm like, "Oh, I was cutting rocks." And they're like, "What do you mean?" And I'm like, I don't want silicosis." And the first guy who asked me about it, he like stopped dead in his tracks and turned around and was like, "Actually, I was just reading an article that there's a like marble counter making company and a lot of their employees were suing because they got what did you
Yep.
say?" And I said silicosis. Yeah, they got that, he says.
Yeah,
So
I did just read about another story like that. That keeps happening, and, like, they don't even tell the employees, like, "Yeah, get to work, go do that," and these guys, like, start getting sick, and they're like, "I don't know, what's wrong with my lungs?" Go to the doctor, and they're like, "Oh, what's all this rock dust in your lung?" And they're like, "Well, I work in a rock place." And I'm like, "Do you wear masks?" They're like, "No, we don't have to." I'm like, "I'm sorry,
bummer.
what?"
Yeah,
"Hey,
yeah.
John."
Oh, and John did make it. Good morning, John, or afternoon. I've made some progress in your great escapade, and I will get in touch with you this afternoon and let you know what I found out.
Um, as touching on the radioactive rocks, I wouldn't say I find much radioactive rocks. I've only got a couple things that are very, very slightly radioactive, but I do have a Geiger counter and I check everything that I have.
and I was worried about finding radioactive rocks. They always say, reds and yellows. You got to be careful the reds and yellows. And like everything I find is red and yellow. And I'm like, what
right?
is this? Right. So,
None of it's radioactive.
yeah, I sent you a bunch of it and none of it was. Yeah.
I've tested every single rock I have one by one in my house, and it took a couple weeks to like. I kept pulling out every day. I just pull it out. First, I slowly check around box to box in my house looking for any signatures, and then isolate it down to any rocks if we get any, which I found a few.
Yeah.
They were mostly Herkimer and Topaz Mountain, or not Herkimer. Sorry, rewind. Sorry, uh, Dugway and Topaz Mountain from Utah. So some of my Dugway geodes and Topaz Mountain topaz samples do have some slight radioactive signal. And then the stuff from Ken G. He sent me some fossils and a megalodon tooth. The meg tooth is radioactive.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess actually a lot of fossils can be. So again, a good reason why if you're polishing things and cutting things, why to wear a mask.
right.
So yeah, Karen was talking about it the other day too, and she's like, you don't think that there's very much dust, and then you take that mask off at the end of the night, and all the little, you see the little marks, and you're just like, ew. Or even your glasses. Yeah, you're wet cutting, but take your
Yep.
safety glasses off, and they're just covered in splatter.
Or once you actually, cut some rocks and then check your filters, and you pop those off to put a new one on and look at a new one and look at that one. Holy cow. These are brand new. I just got a brand new, perfectly fitted mask. It never leaks. I have done like smoke and smell test on myself. Even with this hair yesterday, like I still couldn't smell my own. I was doing the dopping wax and I didn't even like notice it because I had this on. And my fiance was like, "Oh my gosh, it reeks. What is that smell?" I was like, "What smell?" I pulled my mask off and then it like hit me real strong. I was like, "Oh yeah, that wax has a strong smell." I kind of didn't realize it because I had my mask on.
Yeah,
She hates the
yeah,
Dop wax smell. I kind of like it. It's a little pleasant.
yeah, yeah. Kind of like doing Dinobone, man. I started polishing a Dinobone one day, and I started giving my dog the stink eye. I was like, "Geez, Louise, what'd you eat?" It's not her at all. It was the Dinobone. I blamed it on her though. I was like, "You stink."
Yeah, I can. Here, I'll show you the spicy Meg tooth, Karen.
Yeah, and then Angie, what's the little radioactivity between friends?
Hmm.
Yeah,
I
a
have the
Geiger
tooth.
counter
I'm not
is on.
100% sure where I set my Geiger. Oh, this is the tooth. It's a small one, but it is
Cool.
very. It's fairly radioactive. It hit over 80 CPM on my little Geiger, and that's significant, being that my background is like 9 to 11 here.
Hmm.
Still got some little edges on the teeth. I think it was. I don't remember if he said it was preserved, if it has like a shellac on it or something. I can't tell. I don't really know fossils enough, but it's legit, and that's one from Ken G. And it's got a nice little spicy reading on the meter.
That's cool. That's cool. That's interesting.
I often glow in the dark, he says.
I do too if I put a black light on myself.
Um, yeah, there's. Oh man, the zinc mines are cool since you mention it. Here's something from a zinc mine.
Ooh,
Some willemite from New Jersey. I
that's
showed that earlier when you
fantastic.
stepped away.
Yeah, I caught just a peek of that earlier.
Hold on, let me get the better one. The one with the tree in it. So this one
This blizzard.
I will never get rid of because it looks like a nuclear
Oh
explosion
yeah,
or a
it
tree.
does.
Like a big old nuke going off.
Or like you said, a big tree.
Right? Perfect rooted rockhound.
Absolutely, that's cool.
Maybe
Love
that should be my new logo for the new year. I was debating a little logo change.
I love that piece.
Yeah.
That is super cool.
Yeah, they were selling this one that price on it, that's from, like, 20 years ago when it was for sale. Now this piece is, like, 200
Hmm.
from the place that was selling them.
I've got a lot of the rocks that I got up at the estate sale too. The slabs and stuff are marked like $3 and $4, and I'm like, "Whoo, you'd be crazy to let it go for that now." Like, if you
Right? The
know,
guy I was talking to, I was like, "That's not bad, I'd pay that," and he's like, "Oh, no,
yeah,
no, 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 no,
I
this one's,
would
like,
too.
200."
Yeah, yeah, I would too. But inflation has happened.
But I was actually gifted it. I was given that one, luckily, so I was gifted a handful
I'll
more
be
than
right
what I
back.
had. I already had half a bucket full, and then people gave me more for free.
Oh my goodness, you lucky duck. Those are really neat.
Yeah, I've still got some chunks of those left. Oh, my chat wasn't moving, hold on. Well, for those who joined only recently and haven't been here the whole time, I'll show you again before we end up going. I've been working on tons of cabs. I've completely finished 12. I'm about to finish another 32 here, and then start another like 25 or so. But there's a couple, like the Larimar. It's actually taking a nice polish. Larimar is a pain in the butt. It falls apart. This one fell apart like 6 times while I was working it, and I kept having to go smaller and smaller as chunks fell off. It happens so much. Let's see if this guy will show any flash. I'm gonna have to get it a little wet. Some of that peristerite from the tile shop. Oh, there it is. Look at that.
That looks kind of like my favorite rock. Nope, it's got a little bit too much blue flash in it. That's pretty.
It's like moonstone.
Yeah, it
It's in
is.
the family. It's called peristerite.
Ooh, I like that.
I've got um that piece only has the blue. I've got a little piece right here that has the full rainbow.
Look at the
Where are you
meteorite.
at? I
What
just set
about
it down to work
meteorites?
today. Here it is. Okay. I've got like also a few of them cabbed up here. That one,
Oh,
that
yeah,
one,
for
that
sure.
one.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, I said too that I'd show that necklace that I made with the tiny fossils in it. Let me go grab that real quick too.
It's hard sometimes to get that angle right, but I've also got some bigger pieces with full rainbow flash. That one's almost full rainbow, but it doesn't have any of the red. I've got a bigger piece that actually has like literally full rainbow with red and orange, yellow, green, blue. Ozone. Are tears good lubricant? Polishing Larimar with your tears, yes.
That's funny.
Oh, that's great. Oh, nice.
Yeah, you can already even just here you can see that fossil, that one right there.
Oh, yeah. I like that.
Flip you guys around real quick. And
Peristerite. I can type it.
yeah, like I said, that's a local material. that I found, not Rufo. And I just ooh and ah over some of those little tiny details in there.
Right. That's why I'm loving these ones. Let's see if I can actually show it. They've got the little dendrite trees grown in them.
Mm-hmm.
I can almost see them. I don't know if I can get the light just right. Yeah. Ugh, I love the little tiny things that you can find in the stones, but this
Mm-hmm.
one didn't have a bunch of open pits like the other one. This one was a more solid piece,
It's cool. It does look like little trees or little like sea
right?
moss or something.
I can't believe how nice so many of these look on the 600 wheel. Like, this is only the 625 wheel.
Wow, yeah, those are coming right along.
These were little ones I was doing for like rings. I was gonna try and start making like little tiny. Woo, come back, camera. That's my shoes. Yeah, like little tiny ring pieces. You know.
Oh, those would be cute. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Oh yeah, I also started working with some of that Aussie opal. Holy crap,
Yeah,
that stuff
let's
is a
get your Australian
pain.
over.
It is such a pain.
Chubby hubby singing songs in the chat.
This one's got a big old sandbar in it, and it's got all the cracks. This was a practice piece because it wasn't perfect. But I started cutting like 6 or so of these that I've got sitting somewhere around here.
Ooh. Purple, red, orange, green, purple, blue, and yellow.
All right. Unfortunately, it's just not a great piece with the cracks running all through it.
Thanks, Bear.
But we'll work it down to a little something. I don't know where the pile of them went. I had a whole bunch I started. Seriously, my doping madness, like, just to show y'all, it's that stuff you had seen. Plus over here, I've had a bunch more actually going. Oh, there's the opals. There's
Ah, yes.
yeah. Is it? Some of these they're tiny, but they've got great little color bars in some of them. Got them on little
I've,
toothpicks.
I've never dopped a stone.
Really,
Really, I've always done all my cabbing by hand.
I started loving doping stones. It's pretty handy. I also started to attempt a few more little hand facets.
Ooh, look at you.
Very
I actually
uneven,
like the irregularity of that.
right?
I actually
Super,
do. It makes it kind of look like shipwreck treasure,
right? It's an
like
old cartoon
legit.
gemstone, right?
I like that. That's kind of cool.
This one I was just trying to shape, and now I was gonna try and I don't know, figure out putting some like rounded facets on it. I don't know.
I like that idea too. That's cool.
Yeah,
See, and I
that's
can see the benefits of putting things on Adopt so that you can do things like that really controlled, rounding or really
yeah.
controlled. I get that. That makes sense to me. I think I tried once and the stone came right off whatever I tried to use to Adopt with and was like, yeah, whatevs. So that's beautiful. Oh my goodness.
Graveyard plume agate.
That's beautiful.
The little you can see the light hits the different bands differently, but it's got
I
actually a
like
really
that.
nice polish on it.
I like when it finishes like that.
But let's see if the UV on this one I think was pretty good.
Ooh, yeah.
Shows some little ghostly bands in there. Yeah, I love it.
So yum, says Karen. Oh, Slim popped in
Oh,
and popping
Slim's
out.
in and out.
That's all right.
Hi,
Get back
Slim.
to
Bye,
work,
Slim.
Slim. He's got a new bench coming. I was like, oh, Slim.
Uh,
Good for
go
him.
check the Discord. He's already like put most of it together.
Oh,
Yeah, he put the new top on it and everything. He showed some pictures in the Discord.
right on. Yeah, good for him.
Karen, I don't have very much of the graveyard left. I'm about to contact my people in Idaho and see if they want to ship me a little box, maybe some little slabs, because I'm almost out of graveyard plume. I looked into my box the other day and I was like, oh my goodness, I have like 3 pounds left. That's it.
I've acquired some through both the auction up in Canada and Sherman. I think had a piece too. Some of the pieces from Canada are slabbed and they're quite big.
That's not counting my big 4 pound pizza slice, big old pizza slice that I have that I'll never sell or cut up, but that's from a seam, a new seam that I helped discover on a claim for the club up there, and they got into the seam and sent me some chunks from it.
Like very little of this was actually labeled, and of course this is labeled, and it was something I could identify without a label. It was like everything that had a label on it was really obvious. But yeah, there's a great big chunk of graveyard.
Nice. Karen, we could chat. I'm not like in desperate need right now of it. I am gonna try and get some slablets and slab pieces. I need to work through a lot of what I have. I've got boxes of slabs and slablets still. Like all these on my table is just such a small dent in my cabbable material. So we'll see how my live sale goes. Oh yeah, that's the other fun news. I'm doing my first in-person
Me
sale.
too. Me too, Bear.
So
Yeah,
that's
tell us
exciting.
about that, Rufo.
Why do you call it graveyard? Yeah, real quick for Rockin' in Kentucky, Graveyard Point is the location. It's in Oregon, and that's just the name of the area. And there's a few private claims on there. Some are owned by clubs, some are owned by private people. The Pink Lady Plume claim is a very famous one where the pink plume comes out of. And that is the neighboring claim to where I dug up my stuff. And if you go back to my early videos, I've got 2 videos from Graveyard Point. Honestly, still some of my favorite videos, my very first ones. But digging out there was amazing. Anyway, that's to answer that. The lifestyle, though, I'm pretty excited. It's my first in-person thing. They're doing a Valentine's theme. That's why I started doing the little heart-shaped piece. And just setting up in a little coffee shop here. They sell a bunch of plants. It's like a little cute shop that has little succulents and plants and stuff. But once every month or two, they do a local pop-up thing and let artists come sell whatever, artwork or crafts or anything. And there's one other girl there who sells some crystals and stuff, but I'm gonna like bring in a bunch of cabs and stuff that I make.
I
So
love that.
yeah,
I
kind of
love that.
exciting.
It's always fun to do that inhuman interaction. I mean, sure, it's nice to sell on Etsy or eBay or wherever, YouTube or Facebook or whatever, and to put a package out there for somebody, that's really cool. But to actually see that person's excitement on their face as they pick the piece that they like, and to educate some people along the way, because a lot of people are just like, oh, that's pretty, I'd like to have, they don't even know it's called an agate or that it's called a jasper, and just that little bit of information, they'll walk away just elevated about their new piece, and getting to meet the artist, and learn a, not like I say, just open a box and yay, ta-da, I got something. They get to learn a little bit about you and their piece along the way. I
Yeah,
think people, I appreciate getting to sell like that. I think people appreciate getting to buy like that as well.
yeah, for sure. And what Jeff said, Glacier Bros have some old stock. The It's mostly marcasite. They might have some with pyrite too. There's even been some with gold found in it. There is a gold mine not far from the Graveyard Point. It's an old abandoned gold mine, but they have found graveyard plume material with silver, gold, marcasite, pyrite inside the agate. So, yeah, it's wild. In fact, I've got an old stock slab here too that has some marcasite and stuff very visible in it. It can be like nice, pretty metallic plumes in it.
Cool. That's good to know.
Right. But
Well,
yeah,
I
no,
got
the
a
in
piece.
person.
Let me get
Oh,
it. In fact, I think I found a piece in Sherman stuff, but the crust on it feels weird. It's like tacky,
mm.
bitey. Ooh, I dislike to handle it, but let me grab it.
I wonder if it's what they call the like angel wing. I've got some of it that's the angel wing stuff that gets it's weird feeling. I've not, John. I want to go out. That is something I want to do more than anything. Um, is get out and pan and rockhound. I've been out in nature once since we've lived here. Now that I'm working 5, 6 days a week, I just haven't found the time yet.
But that crust
Yep.
is weird. but there's the seam. Let me wet it for you guys real quick.
That's some typical plume seam right there.
It really looked like graveyard to me as soon as I picked it up, right?
Yep. Karen, from what I'm told, the marcasite can be a mix of pyrite, marcasite, and silver. That's pretty common for there to be some silver content in it. It's not always that it's like pure silver, but when they've tested the rocks, they've found that there's gold content and silver content in it.
Ooh. Yeah, it's so grabby, so pory and grabby.
Yeah, let's see. I wonder if I have my big angel wing piece here.
It's icky. I mean, it's okay. I just ooh. It's if you guys have ever licked a dino bone and felt it stick to your tongue, that's kind of how it feels to my fingers in a really weird way. Hey, that's all right, chubby hubby. You got to do what you got to do. Snow must be battled. Release the snow busters. Yeah, yeah. Yes, we'll see you next time. Yeah, there was so much stuff out at that Sherman place.
I'm ill prepared. I
I'm
thought I
gonna
could find it.
I'm gonna have to go back and see what I missed when the weather gets nicer. Al
Later.
Gold's popping in.
Have a
Hey
good one,
there, Al.
mister. Have a good one, Mr. Hubby.
There was just so much stuff out there. Some of it I know, and then like that, that rock that's in the saw right now. What in the world is it?
Oh, wait. What time is it? We've been live 86 minutes? Okay.
Oh,
Here we
oh,
go.
oh, it's so weird. I just can't get over it. I love the orange lines through the blue color right there.
Soul popped in for a sec. I missed that too. Man, I'm missing chat stuff. Why?
And Andrew has to leave as well. School is
Al
over.
Gold popped in.
Mm-hmm.
Sup, Al? Haven't seen you in a minute.
Busy. Yeah, we'll see you. Yeah, I've been busy too, even though, like I say, I almost died to death of the flu. I know I've said that like 3 times now, but I ran a fever for 5 days. Took the fight right
Oof.
out of me. I love that red bit up in there. I couldn't even chase the endorphins. I couldn't even play with rocks. So I'm still not, I'm sure you guys can kind of hear it rattling around a little bit in my nose and my chest, but I feel a million times better. And this was one of the first
Good.
things that I did as soon as I started feeling better was chop up this rock. And boy, let me tell you, perked me right up.
Nice. I still
Yeah.
don't remember. You said you did not send this one, right?
No, I didn't send any fire agate, I don't think.
Yeah, whoever sent me little toppers of fire agate after I cut this up, holy cow.
But it makes me want to get into my fire agate and do some cabs like that.
Right? Wait till I show y'all the video of this. I can't show it on the stream here, but right there, there's parallax banding. It's kind of coming through a little bit right there.
Oh yeah.
But there's a bunch of little parallax banding, and it's got like some green glow in the UV. It's got a little bit of shimmer to it. But it's just like the top cut off a fire agate. Oh, I gotta get these lights off. Just a hint of color.
Oh, maybe I sent you some what I call the green glow agates from the Canadian auction, but I think that they might be. But I don't think I sent anything big enough to make a cab out of. I think they were smaller little pieces.
Yeah, I mean, this was pretty small. This is almost the size it was. I just took the little tiny
Maybe
piece
then.
and made it like into almost maximum size cab I could. It'll
Maybe
be in my next video.
I keep a little logbook of what I've sent to people. That way, when I do packages and stuff, I don't double up too bad.
Oh
I
wait,
don't send the same thing twice.
you know what? No, I
So
just found the ones you sent me.
yeah, there should only be like 2 or 3 of them, just little guys.
I just found them in a drawer.
Yep, those ones I did send.
Yeah, but it
Yeah,
looked just like this.
they
It
look
was
like
like
little buttholes.
right? It was like a little slab of the calamari right there. Like, basically take a little slab out of that calamari, and it cabbed up really, really nice.
Cool. Yeah, I got a whole bunch of those. And they may be little fire agate pieces, but there's no fire in them, so I just call them agate pieces. But again, I don't know where he got them. I got them in that auction, so
Yeah, I've still got a little pile of actual fire agates, and some that are started, some that are worked. This guy,
oh yeah.
this was one of my big ones.
Thanks, Karen, by the way, on those slabs. We talked about sending you a piece of this so you could have a look at some of this stuff looks kind of bony or fossil-y. And maybe with your new eyeballs, your new microscope, we could determine what some of that stuff is. So I might have to send you a piece of that, Karen. Gosh, that's so pretty. I can never get enough of that.
I still can't believe no one ever bought it. I was
Ah,
only asking 35. That wasn't too much.
no, that's not too much.
After I
Not
went to the Denver show, I've seen ones like this for 100, 120. I bet it'll sell though at my live sale. This is probably gonna go. I bet that'll move.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm sure it will. I'm sure it will.
Yeah, I've got a few more chunks like that. I've got a bunch of little ones to still work. Got some that Arizona Rockhounds, AZ Rockhounds just sent me,
Hmm.
and some that Lisa sent me a few years ago that came from Lapidary Dave. I worked half of them, and I still have half of them sitting here unworked.
Yeah, yeah. I started when I got just the final polish left on it, is all, but it was mostly formed in that stuff that I got from the auction. I just pulled it out and was like, oh, well, it just needs a little bit of finishing work here. I took some of it down and cut out, got more of the fire out of this piece than he had, but um, all in all, he had already done most of the pre-shape on it. I just went ahead and finished it. But yeah, I have the one polish left. Like, oh, I am such a procrastinator. It's terrible.
John, that's a great question. I've seen it hold up to the marcasite. I've seen people preserve it by putting like an epoxy coat over exposed marcasite, but that doesn't always look pretty. I would have to do more research for that. I'm, yeah, unfortunately not really of any help to you there. I have a lot of metals that have oxidized on me. I have some cabs and some crystals that over the last 5 or so years in my displays and whatnot have rusted. Um, let's see, actually, I've got a really good example right here, I think. So, this one's been on my dresser for probably 9, 10 years. And when I got it, it was all really nice pyrite, like that, right? But look at how much of it's pseudomorphing and turning black.
Mhm, mhm.
And then it's got this like peacock ore
Mm,
looking
yeah,
effect on the
that's
bottom.
cool.
So it's pseudomorphed by sitting out in the moisture and in the air for like 8 to 10 years in my collection and started to just oxidize. It's wild. But I kind of
Uh-huh.
like it.
I do too.
Don't really like the black gunk that built up over them, but it's been like growing and spreading. Like you can see it eating the cubes.
I wonder if a little oh, come on, what's the word for it? The bath that you put things in.
Oh yeah, a little bit of iron out.
Mm-mm.
That'll destroy the. That would destroy the pyrite.
Uh, you could clean your eyeglasses and things with them, or your jewelry. What are they called? Sonics.
Oh yeah, yeah, I've got one. My ultrasonic cleaner.
Ultrasonic cleaner. Thank you. Yes,
Yeah,
that.
I have.
I
I
wonder
have one
if
of
a
those.
little bit of an ultrasonic cleaning on that would pop off some of that black stuff.
Maybe I've scraped at it and it is fused. I think it's actually the pyrite rusting and growing out and expanding. And I feel like there's some sort of reaction going on there, but it's like it's a pseudomorph pyrite, I believe. So it's like totally attached and a part of it.
Mhm. Mhm. Interesting. Hmm. I don't like epoxy or resin either spot. It's not my
Yeah.
favorite. Sometimes it's necessary though to stabilize a piece. So
There
sometimes.
is there's always the mineral oil option. Leave some mineral oil on it. It looks a little wet. In fact, I need to re-soak my meteor. I noticed it looks like it's oxidizing.
Yeah, you can fix that a little bit too by taking it to your flat lap with some distilled water.
It's in the cracks. Like, down in
Yeah.
the cracks is rusting first. It's a I think a
They
Chicxulub.
meteorite people like who do the labs for universities and stuff use what they call royal jelly, and it's something
Yeah.
chip makers use. But yeah, for just the layman's stuff, you could even put a little like, oh, what is like transmission fluid or something on it, whatever the, yeah, to keep it from rusting. But whatever
I
you
was stupid. When I
prefer.
got it, I I was showing it around in a class. I got it from Kyle, from his live sale, just so I could show it off in my, planetary, geology class, because the school did not have any meteor samples. My teacher's like,
Yep.
"I'm sorry, I wanted to bring in you guys." I'm like, "I'll buy one from a friend, it's fine."
Yep.
Um, so anyway, I, like, kinda being stupid, a bunch of kids wanted to see it, so I pulled it out of the thing, and I know there was the oil on it, the mineral oil, and I took a paper towel and wiped a bunch of the mineral oil off, let people touch it, double stupid. So they put their oils on it after I take the mineral oil off, and then I just kinda put it back in the display and took it home, and now I've noticed it's got, like, a couple little spots seem to be oxidizing. I'm like, "Oh, I'm stupid."
What do you do?
"Hey,
What do you
Kyle, wanna
do?
buy back a meteor?"
And then there are a lot of the guys that do the electrolysis
"Cynthia!"
cleaning and things like that to clean the rust out of the cracks. But if it's a rather affordable piece, then sometimes just let it go because that's part of, looking at meteorites in hand is sometimes they rust a little.
Mm. Oh, man. I think I need to go eat some real breakfast. For a
Yeah,
second, I was like, how will putting a vacuum against your Marcasite work? Like, it's just a vacuum cleaner. How's that gonna help?
I was reading it too.
Vacuum chamber, duh. Boop.
Oh, make a video if you do, because that'd be cool to watch. It'd be
Yeah,
like watching kids drive a show.
light vinegar bath
Ah,
could help.
it
Yeah.
might could. Huh?
Well, for those that have been lurking, and in case Lisa is lurking, the beans have been spilled a little bit, and some people may or may not know, Lisa Largent is getting an awesome little gift from the community. I put together a little something with some people here, and Karen is one of the people who jumped in on it. And we got her a virtual dig box from Herkimer, and so she's gonna have a box or two to go through. That they said was in the mail and on the way to her a couple times, but they said it was for sure in the mail and on the way to her, and that she'll have a box to dig through and find some Herkimers and stuff in it. And I can't wait.
Ah,
Hopefully she's lurking, but I told her the other day already.
yeah, good, good. I'm excited. I'm
It
excited.
took 3 months. I just, like, a bunch of people are like, "So, what's going on with that?" I'm like, "I know, I know. I feel like I might be getting scammed here," and we were getting worried that something bad was gonna that I was being scammed.
Right,
I was like,
right.
It was a lot of
Yeah,
money."
that's been in the works for a minute now. I know. I've heard whispers of that throughout the community for a
Right?
while. So
And not
good.
everyone knows how much I paid either, and, like, paid extra thinking I was gonna get special treatment and get more, and then they try and call me and say, "There's extra fees. Oh, well, if you want more than 1 box, there's extra money." I was like, I paid you a lot of money. I'm getting 1 box? What?"
Yeah, worth it though. She's got a
Yep.
heart of gold.
It's gonna be
So
so worth
hopefully
it.
she
Now
finds
that
something way cool in there. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, now that it's all done, it's gonna be so good. She's gonna love it so much. All I'm gonna ask is that she takes some pictures to send so we can put it in a video or something. I wanna see because I have no idea what she's getting. They haven't shown me. They kept sending me little clips, and then he wouldn't show me how big the Herkimer was. He's like, "Oh, it's a big one in my hand," or something. I was like,
Arg.
"Really? Did they send her a massive one? Like, what's in there? I need to know."
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
John,
yeah,
Foster Hunter
John.
wants to know, do you do PayPal?
I do
Yeah.
everything. PayPal, Cash App, all those little things, but I haven't been doing sales in a while. I was live recently, and one or two people claimed some stuff, and then think we never messaged, and I never sent you out. Did you? Was it you, John, who wanted a topaz? I don't know. Someone wanted a topaz. I
He
never
wants
even
to
sold them.
fire agate.
Oh, he wants the fire agate. Oh, we. You got my Discord. You're on Discord, right, John? I forget. Get on
Mm,
Discord. Message me or
he might
email
he
me.
might not be. It's just Rufoitress Rooted Rockhound on Cash App. Is it the same on PayPal?
All of them are just Rufo Triss. It's
Oh,
just
there you
Rufo
go.
Triss.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah, it's. But yeah, I don't think I have my little card here because I haven't had a live sale in ages. I used to have a handy little card right here. I just pull up and be like, "Here's my Cash App" and such.
I had a magnet, but that's not the same.
Yeah, but anywho, hit me up on Discord or email or something, and we can chat about it. I was gonna have it in my in-person sale, but I might be willing to let it go before it goes to the sale.
I can forward you John's email address when this ends.
And my email is also on my page, rooted.prospecting@gmail. It's on my YouTube and my Facebook and my Discord. It's everywhere. I get so much spam to that email. Holy cow. Every other day, someone's like, "We will help you make your YouTube the most successful. We promise you 1 million subscribers. Just give us $1,000. You will have 1
Oh
million subs."
no. Yeah, yeah, but the subs, they've got to actually engage with your channel. Oh, that's so no, man. I love the spam stuff. It's special. It's almost as good as some of the meteorite weirdos who are like, I have 30 pounds of the sun. And you're like, really?
Right?
The sun, huh?
Bye, Karen. And Spot, I asked them to do a special curated thing so that it's, I think, gonna be a box of dirt straight from a hole because they promised me when they would open up a pocket, which they sent me a video. They're like tapping on it with a hammer. You could hear it was hollow. It was a big hollow pocket. He's tapping on it with a hammer. He's like, we're gonna open up this pocket, scoop everything out, put it in the box, so it should be full of a bunch of little jemmies and stuff, as well as whatever big one might have been in there, and then some dirt, calcite, and stuff to fill up the box, and host rock, I'm sure, to look through, but. I don't know. That's still kind of a mystery.
I'm excited. I'm excited. That's such a cool thing you guys did. Seriously, way cool.
Yeah, I really want to see how it goes.
Yeah, one of us will. Bear will, or I will, or one of us will. And I'm going to get in touch with you, like I said, John, about the Marissa donation as well. So I think that's about all I have for today. I'm going to
Yeah, it's
finish
time to
cutting
go
the.
cut this hair.
Yeah, I'm going to finish cutting this sometime throughout the day and throw another one in the saw right after that and see what other kind of great mysteries I can. I love it. I love the messy hair. That's a good one.
There's a lot of it. There's a
Yeah,
lot that
there is.
needs to go away.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Guys can do it easier. We can just pull it off. Messy hair. It's fine.
I can too. I just tie it in a big knot. No one knows if it's brushed or not.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, everybody,
Oh,
thank you for hanging
Jeff's
out.
back.
Jeff's back. Joseph popped in too. Whoop, whoop. Good gathering, he said. First,
Uh,
I've
oh, first I've heard of
first
it.
I've heard of it. Oh, well, they were trying to keep it a secret.
No, I think I told you about it a while ago, Jeff. Is the Herkimer special thing for Lisa? I swear I told you about it, but I paid him like 3 months ago. We set this thing up, and I paid him like 3 months ago. I started organizing it like 5, 6 months ago.
Yeah, I at least okay. The how I heard about it was through word of mouth, like physical. There was no communication about it whatsoever on the interweb. But Greg D told me about it when I took him
Hmm.
out for a walk. So I know that's been in the works for a long time.
Yeah, we made the. I guess maybe I made the official plan. I made it official when I was at Herkimer with Tyler and Greg D. That's when we like fully came up with it, and I was like, "I'm gonna do this. We're gonna do it. Let's get it done."
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
And
Yeah,
then the hard part was trying to be like, who can we send secret messages to and make sure no one spills the beans and it stays
exactly,
secret for a while.
exactly. Yeah, it's hard to get everyone involved and tell everyone without everyone knowing and that meaning, the person, especially who the gift is intended for. So, yeah, good
Right.
job, you guys. You pulled that one off. So, yeah, now we just got to wait and see what's in there. And that's exciting. So
Yo,
exciting. So, all right. Well,
I'm just
happy
doing my hair.
anniversary. I got to go right back to where we started. Happy anniversary, you guys.
Thank you. Appreciate it. It's gonna be a
Congratulations.
fun one. We're gonna actually be married. It'll be the last year that we'll just be, kind of moseying along and not being official. We're gonna legit get married. So
Awesome.
not something I've really talked about here. Not something you'll probably hear me talk about much more because our wedding in life is gonna be totally separate from
Yep.
YouTube. But
Yep. Yep.
yep.
Yep. Good job. Good job. Way to hang.
So yeah, I appreciate all of you hanging out, and thanks for having me on, Allison.
Yeah, thanks for joining me. It's good to resurrect you from the work realm just a little bit and bring you back to the rock community and see your face and hear your stories and
Yeah, I haven't
yeah.
been posting videos. I'm bad, I know, but I've been spending the last while obviously doing cabs, as you all saw today. I've got finished ones. A lot I've been doing a little bit of videos in the background, just haven't put them out. But after all our stuff tonight, that's my plan tomorrow. Edit some videos tomorrow, get some videos out tomorrow. We'll be there. We'll do it.
Yeah. Yeah, cool. Cool. All right, well you guys enjoy the rest of your evening and everybody here, we'll see you again soon. Should we
Yep.
sing the song really quick?
Oh, that's right. I don't know
I'll
that I
sing,
can
you
sing the
can
song.
listen.
I was gonna say you can
I'll
sing the
try with
song.
my stuffy nose. Here we go again. It's twice. That's 2 weeks in a row. I've got a stuffy nose. Pretty rocks out on the prairie. Pretty rocks are everywhere. Pretty rocks for us to look at. Pretty rocks are everywhere. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next time. See if I can end this time. That was tricky last time.
Yeah, maybe it'll
Yep,
work this time. If not,
it's
just swipe.
working. We'll see you guys.